Hey, so one of my followers was skeptical and they questioned my results and they asked me to take a challenge. So I said, sure, let's bring it on. And so we're gonna do the smartphone arbitrage challenge to see if I can earn $100 in one day. Let's get it on. So I decided to make this challenge just a little bit tougher. So rather than just doing regular arbitrage where I'm flipping products and making a profit, I decided to make it a challenge where I'm doing actual smartphones that I'm flipping. And so I'm going to go to Craigslist, see if I can find some smartphones that I can resell on eBay. And so that's why I'm calling this the Smartphone Arbitrage Challenge, to see if I can earn $100 in a single day. It's going to be a little bit tougher, but I think I can do it. So let's watch and check it out. All right, here's one. It's a free iPhone, and AT&T is the carrier. It says it's locked, but you'll need to unlock it. They give an address at the coffee shop, so public place, so that's always good. And you can text or call the person. Free for the asking. All right, so I picked up this first phone. It's an Apple iPhone. It's pretty old though, because I noticed that it has the older style power connector here. It's the 30-pin connector. So I don't know if it's I don't think it's a 3 or a 3S, because I think they changed the body style then. But I'll look it up when I get home. But here's the first one. It doesn't power up as far as I can tell, so I probably need to charge it. Hopefully after I charge it, it'll power up, and then I can get some information on it. I can check out the model, and then we can look it up to see how much it's worth. So, but this is the first one. This one I'm not so sure about. It says they're offering some free stuff to pick up, and they list electronics as the first item. I'm not totally sure there's any phones here, but I'm gonna go check it out anyways. I'm gonna contact them. They provided their info, and I'll find out. All right, so I'm glad I stopped here. This is the one where they mentioned they had some, odds and ends in electronics, and so what I ended up getting is this HTC smartphone. The lady says it works. I don't know. I'll have to power it up or charge it up and then try it out. Her husband passed away, and she had this whole garage full of stuff that she was giving away. But since I only talked about the phone, I felt weird, taking some other things, and she's just giving away. She had golf clubs, some other sports equipment, bowling ball, golf shoes, and she's just giving it away for free. So if I wanted to, or if someone wanted to, they could come and help the lady out. She didn't want to sell it, she just wanted to get rid of it. So there's plenty of good opportunities here. But for me, for this smartphone arbitrage challenge, I'm going to take this HTC smartphone, and I'm going to take it home, clean it up a little, stick it on a charger, see if it powers up. Okay, this next one is also a free iPhone. It's about 1.5 years old. The person giving it away for free says you can text or call them, so I'm gonna go pick this one up. Okay, so I got this next iPhone. Kind of a weird looking case. I think it's, I don't know, there might be a part missing on it, but it's a newer style iPhone, because I noticed it does have the newer lightning connector on the bottom, right? So it's not the 30-pin, it's got the smaller connector. And I met the guy at this park because, I was talking to him on the phone. He mentioned going over to his house to get it, and something didn't sound right. So I just said, you know what, can we go to the park? Is there a park or someplace public we can meet? So he said to come over to this park. So I came over here, and I just met him. He just drove away. He's actually upgrading to a different phone. He had this sitting around, and so he thought maybe, somebody could get some use out of it. And so that's why he was giving it away. He says it works. I tried to power it on and see if it worked, but I couldn't get it to work. So I'm gonna take it home, charge it up, and we'll see if we can get it to work. I picked up the phones and I made my way back home. Let's check out what I've got. All right, so I went on a little bit of a road trip, and I picked up these 3 phones, smartphones from Craigslist, a little bit of a variety. There's one here from HTC. I think this is an Android phone, right?
This next one is an iPhone. It's an older iPhone because you can tell because it's got the 30-pin connector on it. But it appears to be in fairly good shape. I don't see any cracks on the screen. It's a little bit nicked up, not too bad. And it came in this case here. And this last one is a little bit newer generation iPhone. Not as new as the Model X or the Model 10s. But it's got the smaller lightning cable connection there. So this is probably an iPhone 7, I'm thinking. And it also came in this case. It wasn't fully complete though, right? There were two parts, a top and bottom half, but I think there's something that goes on the outside, like one of those Defender cases, rubberized Defender cases. But this one also seems to be in fairly good shape. I didn't see, the screen looks in pretty good condition, so I'm hoping they all work. So I'm gonna try and power them up. And what I did was I went ahead and got this Anchor battery pack or power bank. Awesome device, right? So it fits in my hand. It's got a USB output and a USB-A type output and a micro USB input to charge it up. And then it's got a little button here so I can tell if it's charged up. And you can see there, fully charged. And what I found is on my iPhone 10, I found that using this, I can charge it up almost three full charges out of one of these guys. So that's pretty awesome. If you like it, I'll leave a link in the description below. I don't know. Maybe if you're in the need for a power bank, you might want to get something like this. And let me zoom in right here. So it's Anchor, A-N-K-E-R. So this is an awesome device. And then what I did was I scrounged around and I found some cables so I can charge these phones up. And this was the hardest one to find right here, this blue one, because it is the 30-pin, the older style Apple phone connector, right? The 30-pin connector. But I had that, or I had to find that. The other one was the micro USB for the Android phone. This was easy. And then the iPhone cable, the lightning cables, I had those. So that was no big deal. But I'm gonna go ahead and charge them up and see if I can't get any of these phones to work. And if I can, then I know I can relist them and flip them. And anything that I can make off of them will be a profit. If they don't charge up, there's still some residual value in there, some scrap value. So I could do that as well, but I'm hoping they all charge up and at least power up. So let's do that and see what happens. Okay, it's been a few minutes. Let's go ahead and try this out again. I'm gonna try the power switch right here. See what happens if I hold this down. Hopefully I can get this thing to power up. Hey, there you go. I got a logo splash screen that says HTC. That's a good sign. Let's see what happens after it goes through its boot up sequence. So it's on the AT&T carrier. So I don't know how these things get unlocked. I think you just swap out the SIM card and you can be on a new carrier. Yeah, so the SIM's not provisioned, right? So it's not on a network right now, but we can see that the phone does power up. That's awesome. All right, so free phone, HTC. I'm gonna check out the model number and do some research, and I'll let you know what the current street value is. What can I get possibly for this? All right, let's go on to the next. All right, so this phone is an older style iPhone. I don't know, maybe a 3 or a 4. It's got the 30-pin connector on the bottom here. So we're gonna take our battery pack with our 30-pin connector. And we're gonna see if we can actually get this one to power up and give us a screen so that we at least know that it's got some functionality or life left in it. So we'll start charging that up, and immediately I get the battery icon on there. right here. So it says that it's charging. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this for a couple minutes, let it get a charge, and then we'll come back to it and see if we can get it to boot up. Okay, just peeked over at the phone, and I see that it has the Apple logo on it. So it looks like it's going through the boot up sequence. It's going to power up. So that's awesome, right? But this is the older style iPhone. As I mentioned before, it's got the 30-pin connector. And we'll just have to wait and see to make sure it powers up. Hey, it does power up. That's great. It is locked. I think they mentioned that in the ad, so we don't know what the passcode is. But I think there's a way to unlock it. There's a sequence that they can go through. Either I can look that up online, or maybe from an Apple store and get that information. But this is another free iPhone. It's an older style, like I mentioned. It's got the 30-pin connector, but it does power up, and I'll be able to resell this. Okay, so this iPhone's been charging for a few minutes now. Remember, this is the newer model of the two that I got, and we could tell because it has the smaller lightning connector. And yep, sure enough, looks like it. Thought I just saw it. Yep, powers up. Excellent. So this phone looks like it also works. I don't have. I think they told me this one was unlocked. So I don't know how, but it says slide to unlock. Yeah, I don't have the passcode. So I have to figure out a way to unlock it. But what this tells me though is the phone is still usable. So that's awesome. So now I've got another phone that I can flip and sell and make a profit.
Hey, so let's recap my results from my smartphone arbitrage. First, I found the HTC Aria or Intruder model, and that, when I checked on eBay, sells for $24.75. Next was the Apple iPhone 4S. It had 32 gigabytes of storage, which on eBay goes for about $25. And last was the Apple iPhone 5. It had 64 gigabytes of storage, and on eBay sells for about $61. So to wrap it up, in my smartphone arbitrage, these three smartphones that I got off of Craigslist for free, we add up what they're worth, and I come up with a total of $110.75. That's not too bad for one day's worth of work. Hi, quick announcement. We're super excited about this new ebook titled 20 Ways to Make an Online Income. If you're stuck thinking about different ways that you can work from home, get this free ebook. It's real simple. All you do is visit TEACHucation.com/free ebook, and we'll send it right out to you. You can also click a link in the description below. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button. And also, be sure to subscribe so you'll get access to all my videos. And then click on the bell icon so you'll get notified every time I release a new video with more tips, tricks, hints, and secrets. If you have a dream of working from home, make a plan, take action on that plan, and start living your dream. Hey, so I got a quick legal disclaimer here. The content that I'm sharing with you should not be construed as financial or legal advice. What I'm giving you is strictly for educational purposes only. So if you need to, please consult with a qualified professional regarding your specific situation. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's get down to the real content.